Good morning and welcome to Church on the Net, the church without walls. I want to talk to you about what an interaction in Matthew 16 that I just love it. Starts around 15. Jesus is talking about to his disciples about who do people say that I am, and then he comes to this phrase. And he says, but who do you say that I am? And Simon Peter answers him, you are the Christ, the Son of the living God. And Jesus says back to him, blessed are you, Peter. Basically, because flesh and blood cannot reveal this to you. But it just goes on to talk about this amazing interaction that that just reiterates who Christ is, and that the power that he has, that the gates of hell will not even prevail against him. It's an amazing read, and it talks about what Jesus bestows upon his disciples. And I was thinking about that and how we look at that compared to what we live today, and how we live today, and who do we know that Jesus is. There's so many people that think there's so many paths to heaven, and it's probably one of the biggest deceptions that we have in current times, because there is one way to heaven, and that's through Jesus Christ. That's the only way to go. It's the only way to get through. But we look at it so nonchalantly. So I was thinking about that and how we look at church. Things are getting back to normal, and people are going to be going back to church as a building, and there's a risk factor there. But I tell you, one of the things that I've been the most honored with about what we do with Church on the Net is that it doesn't have walls. And somebody asked me one time, or told me, when are we going to build a church that we can go to? And I'm like, you come to church every Sunday morning when you watch Church on the Net with us. There's a chance we may have a building someday. That's what I'm praying for, that DLM has a ministry center that may have an auditorium in it. But our sanctuary doesn't have walls, because we have people in South Africa. We have people in Australia. We have people all over the United States. And even those that are in one state, in LA, we have people that are in the top of California, in the middle of California, in LA, and in San Diego, Texas, which is a big state. We have people all over this state of Texas. So it wouldn't be the best to have a daily worship center at this point, because the church that we have doesn't have walls. And if you know me very well, if you've watched me at all, you know that I can be pretty blunt. I try to be gentle, but it's about the gospel, and it's about taking it to our homes first, and then to wherever we can spread the word. And part of our biggest platform is Facebook. We have quite a few followers on Instagram too, and now we're doing TikTok too. I don't think the whole thing comes out on it, but we're going to do some other growth videos and things like that on TikTok. I don't see how we can contain God. You can't. So, my goal is just to keep presenting the gospel and leaving it out there, and helping people to see it, and helping people to come to know Jesus, and to be discipled in that manner. My kind of mantra for my life has always been, only one life will soon be passed. Only what's done for Christ will last. And my life verse has always been, for a long time, it's been Jeremiah 29:11, and just recently added on 14. So 11 through 13 was there for a long time. And then I added on 14 because I saw, kind of restudied it and thought, man, that's an important verse in there too. And all the verses are important. But for me to set the goals that that I want to accomplish. My passion is, most of you know, if you're in the mentoring program and have been active, is to be able to pursue people for the gospel. And when sometimes for some reason when guys mess up, they run. They think that I'm going to, I don't know. I had one kids in the high school in Monticello thought that I could send them to hell for some reason. I didn't think. I thought, wow, that kind of power. No, I can't do that. In fact, I wouldn't want to do that just because you're angry or upset. And I don't judge. I just don't do it. It's just not a thing to do. As this church grows and expands, and I pray that you share this gospel, what are we called to do? To go to everywhere, the uttermost parts of the world, and share the gospel of Jesus Christ, because it alone has the power to save. Not me, not you, not any preacher, not any building that we can construct, but his Spirit. And Jesus has told us that, if we understand that on this rock, the rock of Jesus Christ being the Son of God, he will build his church. That's all we need. For a long time, for the Hebrew children, God dwelled in a tent until they built the temple. But his presence is omnipresent. He's all around us all the time. So, I want us to worship on Sunday or Saturday if you're Seventh Adventist or you choose to worship that way. I don't want it to be an issue. I want us to worship the Lord, but I want us to worship him every day, Monday through Saturday, and Sunday and Saturday and Sunday too, just to lift him up and be a part of who he is and be a part of the kingdom. So my question is to you is this: who do you say that he is? And if you know that he's the Christ, the Son of the living God, what are you doing about it? What are you growing in his ways and to know him more? There's always an opportunity here at Church on the Net and Deeper Level Mentoring for him to grow more and more. So if you want to go through the discipleship class, I'm putting some books together of our program. Let me know. And if you don't, that's fine too. Bible study is tonight. I'll be putting up the Google Meeting place, so you need to make sure you have that app. Zoom just wasn't working. But I want to take the time to thank you all for supporting the ministry and helping us to begin to see some of the dreams that I had for the ministry being able to come true, because people believe in it. So I want you to have a great day. Just enjoy yourself and know that Jesus loves you and that I love you too. God bless you, and thank you for joining us on DLM Church on the Net, the church without walls. God bless you.